Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's tutorial, I will demonstrate how to draft the pattern for a blouse with a Bardot neckline design detail. A Bardot neckline is a design detail in which a cape goes around the upper bodies of the outfit, including the sleeves. Hi, my name is Ayo and welcome to 011 Clothing Tutorials. On this channel, I upload DIYs, pattern drafting and sewing tutorials. If you haven't subscribed yet, kindly do so and do not forget to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. So now, let's get right into the tutorial. I'll be working with the following items: tape measure, calculator, rulers and curves. Ideally, a pencil should be used to draft a pattern, but for tutorial purpose, I'll be using these marker pens, paper, scissors, front and back basic bodice pattern. So I have here my half-scale basic bodice pattern, which I drafted using the bust dart technique. The link to the tutorial will be above and in the description box below. So as to alter the basic bodice pattern, I will make use of the following measurements: shoulder to underbust 13 inches, around underbust 34 inches, cleavage depth 6 inches. I will now go ahead to do the underbust tightening. My shoulder to underbust measurement is 13 inches. So I'll go ahead to measure and mark 13 inches from the neck point downwards, like this. I will square a horizontal line across. And this line is the underbust line. My around underbust measurement is 34 inches. So I will divide my around underbust measurement by 4, and this is 34 inches divided by 4, and this is equal to 8.5 inches. So on the underbust line, starting from the center front, I will measure and mark 8.5 inches like this. I will measure what I have left, and this is 1.5 inches. I will share this 1.5 inches into 2, half an inch and 1 inch. So on this dart leg, closer to the center front, I will measure and mark half an inch. On this other dart leg, I will measure and mark 1 inch. I will now connect these 2 points to the bust point. The tip of the waist dart is the bust point. I will also connect these points to the base of the waist dart, like this. So now I'm done with the underbust tightening for the front pattern. It is now time to do the overbust tightening. My cleavage depth measurement is 6 inches. So from the base of the front neckline curve, I will measure and mark 6 inches downwards, like this. From the 6-inch point, I will go up by 2 inches. I will now go ahead and square a horizontal line across like this from the center front to the center back, like this. And this line is the overbust line. I will now go ahead and locate the middle point on the front and back shoulder lines, like this, and I will mark the middle points. I will now connect these points to the tip of the front and back waist darts, like this. For the overbust tightening, I will measure and mark half an inch on both sides of the middle shoulder line, like this. I will now connect these points to the tip of the waist dart. On the back pattern, I will measure and mark 1/4 inch to the left of the mid shoulder line. I will now connect it to the tip of the waist dart, like this. Next, I will connect the front overbust dart to the tip of the mid shoulder line, like this. I will measure out the width of the overbust dart, and it is 1 inch wide. I will add the 1 inch back at the armhole area on the overbust line. Using my French curve, I will redraw the armhole curve, like this. What I'm doing now, we make the yoke and the bustier to be equal in length when they are joined together. I will now temporarily close the overbust dart. I will connect these 2 points together, like this, with my French curve. I will make sure that the curve is not too curvy. Just a slight curve, like this. I will connect these 2 points together with my French curve, like this. To create the keyhole style line at the back of the blouse, I will connect these 2 points together with my curve, like this. So this shaded part will be the yoke for the back of the blouse. And this shaded part will be the yoke for the front of the blouse. I need to create the style line for this side of the yoke, so I don't want it to be just straight. So I will come down by half an inch from the overbust line at the armhole area, like this. I will now connect these 2 points together, like this, with my curve. So that the front and the back yoke match up, I will also come down half an inch from the overbust line on the armhole area on the back pattern, like this. I will now redraw the curve, like this. I will also bring this one down, like this. Next, I will add 1 inch zip allowance to the center back of the back pattern, like this. I will now go ahead and cut out just the outline of the back pattern. I won't separate the pieces just yet. This is the front pattern. I will temporarily close the overbust dart using my tape like this. I will also use my tape to temporarily hold the back overbust dart in place like this. It is now time to create a guide or a template that I will use to create the cape or the Bardot neckline of the blouse. At the center front, I will come down by 1/4 of an inch. So I will measure and mark 1/4 of an inch like this. At this side, I will measure and mark 4 inches. I will now connect the points together like this with my ruler. Using a tracing wheel, I will go ahead and trace this shape out on another pattern paper. I will now go ahead and make the tracing bolder like this using my marker pen and ruler. Next, I will draft the sleeves. I will use the following measurements: sleeve length 24, bust circumference 39 inches, around elbow 13 inches, around wrist 9 inches. So I have here this pattern paper which I have already folded into two. I will now go ahead and draw a starting line at the upper part of the paper like this. Next, I will go ahead to measure and mark the full length of the sleeve, which is 24 inches. I will now square a horizontal line across like this, and this line is the hem of the sleeve. I will now estimate the cap height using the formula bust circumference divided by 12 plus 1.5 inches, and this is 39 divided by 12 plus 1.5, and this is equal to 4.75 inches. So from the upper starting line, I will go ahead to measure and mark 4.75 inches like this, and I will square a horizontal line across, and this line is the cap height line. Between the cap height line and the hem, I will locate and mark the middle point. I will also square a horizontal line across like this, and this line is the elbow line. So this is the cap height line, this is the elbow line, and this is the hem of the sleeves. I will now calculate the around armhole using the formula bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. and this is equal to 39 divided by 6 plus 1.5, and this is equal to 8 inches. So on the cap height line, I will go ahead to measure and mark 8 inches like this. I will connect these 2 points together with my ruler like this. Next, I will divide this slanted line into 4 equal sections. At this first middle point, I will go up by half an inch. I will now use this as a guide to curve this side of the curve. At the second middle point, I will also come down by half an inch. I will now use this half an inch as a guide to curve the lower part of the armhole curve like this. This armhole curve is for the back of the sleeve. For the front of the sleeve, I will create another armhole curve. From this middle point, I will come down by half an inch. I will now do another armhole curve for the front of the sleeve. Like this, I will use a red pen or a red marker for this just to differentiate it. Next, I will divide my around elbow measurement by 2, and this is 13 divided by 2, and this is equal to 6.5 inches. So on the elbow line, I will measure and mark 6.5 inches like this. Next, I will divide my around wrist measurement by 2, and this is 9 divided by 2, and this is equal to 4.5 inches. So at the hem, I will measure and mark 4.5 inches like this. I will now go ahead and connect these points together to create the side seam for the sleeve. Using my tracing wheel, I will go ahead to trace out the front armhole curve to the other side of the pattern paper. I will also trace out the side seam and the hem. I will now go ahead and make the tracing bolder like this using my French curve ruler and marker pen. I will now go ahead and cut out the basic sleeve pattern. Next, I will reduce the length of the sleeve by 6 inches. This is because I intend to fix a 6 inches long flare at the lower part of the sleeve. I will now cut it out. This is the front bodice. I will measure where the yoke starts from on the front armhole curve. And this is 1.5 inches. I will also measure and mark 1.5 inches on the sleeve front armhole curve, starting from the base of the sleeve. I will now temporarily sellotape the sleeve to the bodice, making sure that the 1.5 inch mark on the sleeve match up with where the yoke starts from. This is the back bodice. I will also measure where the yoke starts from on the back armhole curve, and this is 3 inches. I will also measure and mark these 3 inches on the sleeve back armhole curve starting from the base of the sleeve. I will also temporarily sellotape the sleeve to the back bodice, making sure that the 3 inch mark on the sleeve match up with where the yoke starts from on the bodice. I will now go ahead to measure out the length from the center front to the center back, including the zip allowance. So when taking the measurement, I will follow the shape, the curve of the yoke. I will follow the curve while taking the measurements for both the front and the back. And the value I got is 28.5 inches. And this will be the length of the cape that will be fixed to the blouse. This is the length of the Bardot neckline. 28.5 inches will be the length of the Bardot neckline that will be fixed to the blouse. I will now go ahead and remove the sellotape. I will now slash the mid shoulder line up to the bust point. I will now go ahead and close the bust dart using my sellotape like this. I will now go ahead and cut out the front pattern pieces like this. I will correct this sharp point here and I will trim it off. I will now sellotape the two front yoke pieces into a single piece like this using my sellotape. I will now go ahead and cut out the back pattern pieces. These are the three back pattern pieces. On this yoke piece, I have to tighten this side so that it doesn't gape. So I will locate and mark the middle point like this. Then I will hold a tiny dart that is about 1/4 inch wide. I will now sellotape it in place. This pattern piece is what I will use to create the cape or the Bardot neckline of the blouse. So what what I would do is to extend this pattern piece to the length that I want when I'm cutting it out on my fabric. It will be cut unbiased on the fabric. I will now go ahead and cut out the template like this. It is now time to draft the bishop collar for the blouse. What I will do now is to go ahead to measure the length of the front and back necklines. For the front neckline, I used 3 inches by 3 inches for the neck dimension. For the back neckline, I used 3 inch by 1 inch for the neck dimension. To get your exact neck measurements, simply divide your bust circumference by 12. So as to avoid the neckline being too tight, increase the front neck depth to 3.5 inches or even 4 inches. Leave the neck width as 3 inches. I will now go ahead and measure the front neckline curve. And this gave me a value of 4.75 inches. And the back neckline curve, I will also go ahead and measure it. And this gave me a value of 3.5 inches. The addition of these two is equal to 8.25 inches. So on the pattern paper, I will draw a starting line like this. I will also draw another line at this side like this. For the width of the bishop collar, I will measure and mark 2 inches like this. Then I will square a horizontal line across like this. Next, I will measure and mark the length of the collar, which is the sum of the front and the back neckline curves, and this is equal to 8.25 inches. Then I will draw a vertical line. I will draw a vertical line like this. I will now divide this rectangle into 3 sections, 3 equal sections. Like this. I will square out the first vertical division line like this. At this end, I will measure and mark half an inch upwards like this. I will now connect these 2 points together like this. I will use my French curve to make sure that there is no sharp angle at this side. This side will be the center back. I will add half an inch extension to this center back for the press button that I will fix at the center back of the blouse. I will now go ahead and cut out the bishop collar like this. This side will be the center front and it will be cut on fold. So these are all the pattern pieces needed to make the Bardot neckline blouse. Stay tuned for my next tutorial where I will cut and sew all these pattern pieces on my fabric. So that's it guys, we are done. If you find this video helpful, Do not forget to give it a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, share this video with your friends who are interested in sewing, and do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. See you in my next tutorial. Bye, and thank you so much for watching.